I don't actually really need the keyboard or the mouse.
Okay. Okay, actually, that's not bad. If it's possible to have that there, that would be really nice. Okay. Cool. Good evening. It is good to be with you all. And nothing says I love you like a room full of people that you love. Receive these words of invocation. If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor, and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not. Hello. How are you?
Love is better.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm late. My whole schedule kept changing, so then you're like sitting some air. Do you think your time for you?
Oh, sure, you're fine.
I'm kind of like where I'm going to be is used to.
Right. Just testing out my live stream here.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking if you have a page turner, it might be good.
Okay.
I'm grabbing pages and just like, I don't know what it's about the pages, they're just thick or hard and that.
Sure.
So I feel like it's a little.
Cool.
Should be short spigot, full spigot.
Try short sticks, see how it goes. I will have some reviews. So.
Okay. It's like only 2 little pages, but recently the cotton pages. How are you?
Pretty good.
Do you feel ready? Are you excited about it?
I am excited for most of it. I'm a little nervous about Mozart. But
Mozart.
yeah. I just find him really challenging to play.
I find the same. It's almost like it has to be perfect. You know, like everything else. Yeah, I agree. Mozart, now I'm more comfortable now, but it's like, yeah, there's something. It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
I'm sure we learned.
We'll do our best.
That's all we can ever do. Ah. I understand we get tuned tomorrow.
Yes.
Sun is not getting better, Jack. It's a little. Haven't been in here since the drums have been.
Oh, I think they're over there because they're doing a church play. So I think this is like part of the set.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
it does sort of open the space a little.
Hmm.
I should have known that.
Oh, sure.
What would you like to do? Oh, can I make my one thought? Anything when we talk about making it softer, like the third iteration of the theme, you know, at the very end? My sense is right now that it's lost. And that it feels more like it's come home. So calmer, you know, when I feel like it should be like, you know.
Okay.
So it's like it disappears, and I don't think, like I think we do that when we do like the first year repeats, right? We play the theme and we repeat it, and then I think we pull back and change there. So I don't know, it can be quiet, but I feel like it should have, that's my thought. Like, but it's not too inward.
Sure.
That would be mine.
Okay.
But that's my thought, and it's your piece and your thought.
I'm glad to try it.
So I'm gonna go, I just told what you feel, and maybe, you know, and you feel it also. So, but that's where I've been playing it.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Glad to try calling. Yeah. Can I get an A?
I love what you did on I missed you, but it was really lovely. I'm not another book.
Oh, out of the cadenza?
The second one, I don't know, just, it was wonderful, but I missed you.
Do you mind if we maybe tried it a tiny bit faster than that?
Yeah, I felt like when we got to the repeat, it got a little, I felt that it felt a little slow.
Okay.
So did I set the tempo too slow?
Good question.
Because I was thinking I needed to be slower than I was. And I'm a little freer on the opening and not like super square on.
Okay, sure. Okay. Do you want me to
You want to start what you're thinking. You want to start playing opening theme the way you
Sure. In that, like, you want me to give you space at the, during your introduction, and then I'll set the tempo, or?
just set the tempo for me now and then.
Oh,
Because I feel like it really needs to be what you're doing, and I don't think that's
sure.
just like the first.
Okay, cool.
I'm not.
Okay. Yeah.
I may end up. I can hear, it's really almost 1 and 2, and I can hear. The mid ones.
Great.
That was really quite lovely.
Okay. Great. How would you feel about being a little quicker in the clue beats?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go maybe like 4 before the clue beat?
The 2/4, how about the 2/4?
Great. Mostly. Want to try it again?
You know, it's on this, the conclusion, I can't hear something like a 3 beat.
Okay.
I don't hear. So I'm not- But I like it. So it's a little dance here.
Right, yeah.
Could do the same thing.
Cool.
Could do it again and then just go on.
Cool. Oops. I started on the wrong one. It's my fault.
Yes, if I play lighter, then I would, that's too loud.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. But still, I still don't have the second food beat with you. I don't know why. Should we repeat that one? That's not really good. That kind of thing's not really good.
Yeah. Which beat are you trying to transfer?
Here, I'm somewhere in here, I feel like I'm not with you. I don't know why.
Okay.
And it's just, it's a weird, hard, it's a double eight five. Then I think I caught this. And I like what we're doing here. We could just,
Yeah.
I feel like I want to fix this one. Fix this up, this section.
Yep.
It feels really fun right now. It's doing really good.
Yeah.
Should we, I didn't mean to stop this, you want to just go on? I mean, we go into the next section.
Sure. Do you want to go at the tempo one?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
Right before the two beat section, the last one will be where you go really fast. You do the measure before you have da 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 da. I do a eighth note and I'm playing it fairly loud, but I don't know how loud. If I'm too loud there. Cause it's like you're actually getting it loud, like here,
Sure.
in here, and it actually be softer, because you want to softer, or I'm playing a beat, and I'm not.
Oh, sure.
Like when I did it here, it makes sense.
Right.
It's like me, here it's sort of out of the blue. So am I like, pushing you off, or is it just kind of back?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure
Yeah.
how much time.
I've always thought of it as the former being like a little ride, like yeah.
Okay,
And that kind of like
so that's what it feels like. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good,
Cool.
that's my only question. So, talk to me about Sunday. Is it
It's 5 o'clock.
It is 5 o'clock. So, how do you want to do warm up? I mean, you'll warm yourself up like here?
Yeah, so we have the space at 4.
Or-
And then I will also be here at 1. I'm going to be having a recording technician doing a video and audio of the piece or of the performance.
So they'll set that up, we're setting that up, and then testing levels.
Yeah, so I think starting at 4, we'll start testing levels and stuff.
Okay,
So,
so you open at 4, and then like as far as us, do we want to play 3 before, or how do you?
sure. Maybe we can like start it and do like 1 of the 3 weeks together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to hear the program notes I'm going to share?
Yes.
This piece, I wonder what you think of that.
I saw Jason and Megan yesterday, and
Oh,
I haven't seen them since they've been back. It was quite a lovely visit. And they were so disappointed they were leaving last night. And I said, because I didn't realize he was a flute player.
yeah.
And I said, oh, Sexton was, and he goes, yeah. I didn't invite you for rehearsal today, but you were there for me last night. It's like, can I just come hear music? I just don't get to hear. So I guess in Oman, it's a different whole musical state, not just the sound, but even music is not much, except I think they're in the lead city. They said, like people will come to Dubai and do concerts and then come over to Muscat for a day. But then the tickets are really expensive. And then it's like, and then they said, and people like, there's no, like an opera house or something, people come in and perform, and said people will be on their phones during the performance. Somebody even took a phone call and did the phone call during the performance.
Wow.
He said people have they're there for the show or the dress, and it's like they're not there for the music. So it was really interesting.
Wow.
And then of course there's a whole branch of Islam that very conservative, that thinks music is a sin. So the whole idea of music and making music, it's just interesting. I know they miss fellowship. I know they live just being in a church.
Right.
He's missing music as well.
I believe it.
Okay, show me your photo minutes.
Okay.
Are you gonna read them?
Sure.
This is still like,
So is this to be printed, or are you gonna talk me through?
I'm going to talk, so I'm going to.
Good, I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it, yeah. I think it's nice to move away from such a formal.
I know.
No, that's nice.
Mhm.
I like that.
Yeah,
So you'll talk before the piece, I take it?
correct. Yeah. I'll do like an introduction, like I'll do like a welcome,
Okay.
and then I'll share these notes and then we'll start playing.
Okay. So then where you come out from behind?
That's a good question.
Or just walk in?
I might just like walk in from the house, like, cause like there's it's just so cramped back there, and like I want to be able to like get water and use the bathroom
Yeah.
or whatever. So I'll probably just come tap you and see if you're ready, and if you're ready, we'll just go on stage.
So I
and
can
I'll-
just sit, because then I would just come and sit for the rest of it back here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe when you walk up, then I would just walk up.
Sure.
And then you would walk up with me. So I'll just be sitting over here before we walk up.
Great.
That sounds good.
Great. Yeah.
We have a plan.
Yes. So this is still in draft form. I'm still finalizing it, but here's what I have so far. The first piece on tonight's program is by a French flutist named Philippe Gobert. And Gobert is, at this point, possibly every flutist's great-great-grandfather, because he was one of the early professors of flute at the French Conservatoire. And this piece is entitled Madrigal. Now, a madrigal is a form of music that originated in Italy during the 14th century and became very popular during the late Renaissance and Baroque. The term madrigal became a generalized term for musical settings of text, be they sonnets, ballads, poems, and came to represent the expressive relationship that there could exist between music and text. But rather than voice expressing text, Gobert's madrigal is a dialogue between two voices, flute and piano. Perhaps Gobert is instead recalling the themes of unrequited love and the fraught emotions therein that so often abide in romantic texts set to song. And it would seem that the two voices in Gobert's madrigal do not necessarily see eye to eye. While the flute plays rhythms in groups of two, the piano plays in groups of three, a sort of rhythmic disagreement. The piece is written in the key of G major, but the two voices seemingly avoid this key, traversing through A minor, E major, F minor, never truly cadencing or arriving home in G major. That is, until the very final line of the piece. Perhaps both of these voices at last feel heard by one another and have truly listened and heard the other as well. And I'll say something about like.
That's awesome. You are a good writer, Zach.
Oh, thanks.
That's really good.
I mean, what do you make of that read of the piece?
Don't know. I mean, I like it. I haven't thought so much that we're in disagreement, is more we're playing together.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if that's a disagreement. That'd be the one thing. Just
Yeah.
It's more like I'm listening to your solo. But it's, it's interesting. The complexity, the rhythmic, why the rhythmic complexity. That's interesting. Why
Yeah. But even as I said the word disagreement, that didn't quite feel right. So
that would be the only
Yeah.
word, maybe a different word.
yeah.
You know, discovery, maybe run or use something like
Yeah.
or just I like how you're making interpretation of it, making sense of it. I just like what you're bringing up. It's obviously an interpretation, but it's I like it. I really like everything you do. It's really good.
Okay. Cool.
Really good. Oh, this is gonna be really nice.
Thanks, Robert.
So what is it? You're making me think it's really so I really like the part where you said it's because I'm just like, what is the magic of doing?
Yeah.
It's like what I couldn't put it together, but that was a good touch point connecting for me when you said madrigals capture the music captures the emotional content of the text. So somehow maybe I think it's what we're doing. We're that whole process of listening, hearing, and discovering together. I think that's what it really is, a conversation, but not so much a conversation as a discovery.
Discovery.
I wouldn't say disagreement
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
A dialogue.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah, something a little more emotionally. Because dialogue feels a little pedantic.
Yeah.
The discovery. There's a sense of, because there really is a sense of catching each other and hearing each other.
Yeah.
I think that's the play. At times we're like, dancing together on the
Yeah.
Other times it's like we're, because I've been seeing an image of dance now in my family. Then you could explore how what kind of partnership. Sometimes we're absolutely in sync, and other times we're,
Yeah.
hearing, But I love it. It's really very mature. It's really nice.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay. Cool.
And I wish I had this when I started the piece because it took me the longest. Magical. It's like,
Yeah.
when you get into a piece to interpret, it's like, I couldn't, like, what is he hearing? What is he?
Oh, sure.
Sometimes
I mean, I only wrote this up within the last week. I really should have done that research.
No,
beforehand.
because the piece, it's like the piece will unfold itself as you work it, right?
Right.
But at that initial point of, how to phrase, just how where the phrases go, what you're going to make of them,
Yeah.
sort of, there's some framework for that. And it was like, the title didn't help me.
Right.
So what is he trying to capture here?
Right. Right.
It's been fun. It's been fun. We should at least put it one more time.
Yeah. Glad to do that.
Yeah, I love it. So you have notes for everything?
That's my plan. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't finished that yet.
No, I just don't know what to say about the Mozart concerto. I just don't care for his music very much.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So it's not maybe it's the flute.
Well, there's a lot that I could say about Mozart. I've had to give program notes about him before. He wrote these pieces, I think, in his early 20s. He was commissioned by a man who worked for the Dutch East India Company to write 3 flute concertos and 4 flute quartets. But he only wrote 1 concerto and transcribed an oboe concerto for the flute. And so there's this note that he wrote to his father at the time about this process of trying to finish this commission, and essentially made this kind of dismissive comment about the instrument, about having to, being inhibited when he has to write for an instrument that he despises. Is something along those lines.
Why you would Mozart.
And so there's all the speculation as to whether or not Mozart really did or didn't like the flute and what his relationship was like with it. So like the music is like, there are moments that I think are really charming and fun, but
So why did you program it? Because you needed something in another classical genre, and that's balance the program.
Yeah. So the fellowship that I'm applying for is specifically asking for me to record a piece by Mozart. So that's why I programmed it. Yeah. And it's also just like the technique is, I find, quite challenging for me. So even if there are things that like I feel like I could say artistically, it's hard for me to focus on that because I find myself focusing so much more on the technique, just trying to physically play it. So that's been a challenge. But I want to say something like meaningful about the piece and something that will contribute to the audience's experience of it, rather than just saying, "Did Mozart like the flute or did he not like the flute?"
I think I think, but that's a fascinating background, But I think you could easily go into how it captures his whatever, and the piece captures his ability to whatever, or the simplicity of a phrase, or the just sort of what Mozart does in general that is so wonderful, and just where you see that away. So so you're basically thinking about Mozart, and you're just saying it's a Mozart piece, and here's what Mozart does that everybody loves. And
Right.
I think you can go there
Sure. That's a good point.
with whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like the lightness or the sense of ease or the sense of clarity, or, there's just whatever sort of things you want to pick out.
Right.
But I don't know. And flute repertoire I don't know as well. So.
Sure.
And then what else is on the program? The Mozart, and you have is it a solo piece, right?
Yes, it's a solo piece, contemporary. It's called Tu Huayo. It's about a Peruvian bird. And then a piece by Martinu, Sonata. Yeah.
Now Martin likes it.
Yeah, he wrote really beautifully for it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a lovely program.
Mm-hmm.
Really lovely program.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the Mozart will be at the beginning, so you can warm up with the Gobert and get it done with, and then enjoy the rest of the program.
If it were up to me, I'd be playing something by Bach. Like that's
Oh,
my
yes.
heart language.
Oh, me too. Every time I play Bach, it gets more wonderful. It's like it just
Yes.
Mozart is fun. I'm back, Mozart and Bach. I always thought when I was young, Mozart was so boring.
Mm.
And I've grown out of that.
Mm.
I like this, but it's just like super clean and clear, and it's just.
Mm.
But Bach, I don't know.
Yeah. So this is a fellowship, and it's not a position. Correct. Yeah.
So it'd be like like a graduate fellowship, or you go for a year and you. Know what a fellowship means? I don't know what a fellowship means.
Oh, sure. Sorry, I thought I had already mentioned that I was applying for this. So,
You mentioned you were applying, but somehow I thought it was a position.
oh,
Like a
sure,
teaching
yeah,
position.
right.
Is that what a fellowship is?
So, I guess it depends on the program. This is a 2-year program through the Carnegie Institute, and it involves teaching and performing and professional development and outreach and a number of things.
So it is kind of like a fellowship in, I know like in the sciences, you finish your degree and then you do like a postdoc.
A postdoc.
Like a postdoc,
Right.
where you continue in your development and growth in your field. But
Exactly.
now you're more of a research faculty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of similar.
Similar, yeah.
You're now an established artist, you'll be performing and teaching, but it's still not the same as professorship right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, this is exciting. I know. And I know the world in music is highly competitive, so it's like just the Lord opens the door. It's like literally he opens.
That is, yeah. That's the exact image that I've had in my head about this. It's just the Lord opening a door and just walking through it.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. You're doing the recital. And I get to be part of it. This is
Yes.
really sweet.
So glad this worked out.
So why didn't you ask me to do the opening number?
Oh. Haha. Because, for one, I just like working with you.
Very sweet.
But also this piece just felt like it really matched your sensibilities well, like your musical and artistic intuition and the way that you're able to fill out lines so fully, and there's so much spaciousness in your playing. And I just, listening to that piano part, I felt like that was exactly what it needed. So
You're really a thinker. and a writer. You get so many gifts, Zach. So many gifts. Communicator, writer, thinker, amazing artist. I'm excited for whatever your future's going to bring.
That's good.
Thank you. Should we play it one more time?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then my class this afternoon is canceled. This is crazy. My class this morning was canceled. My class this afternoon is canceled. And the university dance department just instituted this semester a new policy that if they cancel class, you still get paid.
Ho, 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 ho.
I love it.
Not bad.
Because I'm like, this is so typical. They'll just, they hire you for a semester, can you, and then about every other, it's like, well, we don't need you today. We don't need you today. And it's like, well, so you're hired, but you really don't have to job. So I think they came to the conclusion, we're asking you to hold this time.
Yeah,
And if we don't need you, that's our, I'm good with that.
good.
But it's so competitive this week, we like,
Oh, that's great.
just make it work.
All right.
All right, you good with it?
Great. Yeah.
It's really a fun piece of play. Or it's really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the beat feels really good.
Mhm.
Light and,
Yeah.
okay,
Wonderful.
all right. Unless,
Do you have the bandwidth to listen to some Mozart?
I should do.
Yeah. Can I play some for you?
Yes. I'm gonna run the rest of you first.
Well, me too.